over the Indiana Pacers, a game in which that saw all core three players score over 20 points in a game for the first time on this young season. Javon Carter leading the way off the bench with 11 points. We're going to talk about it, break it all down, have some fun because the Bulls got a dub. Let's talk about it, but you know what we got to do first? We got to play that winning intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. This is a winning post-game show. We get to talk about a dub. The Bulls come in to Indiana and get a dub, and this team played so much differently as far as just the way they executed. Not taking a bunch of threes, but hitting them at a decent level, going 6 of 17 from the three-point line, 46% overall shooting. Zach LaVine with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, only 1 turnover from Zach LaVine. We also have DeMar DeRozan, 20 points, going 6 of 19 with 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 block. But Nikola Vucevic leads the way for the Chicago Bulls with 24 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, only 1 turnover from Nikola Vucevic, and we get better production from the other 2 starters. Patrick Williams in this game scores 9 points and 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Kobe White with 7 points in this game, going 3-6 from the field, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal from Kobe White, and Javon Carter off the bench finally has his best game as a Bull. 11 points, going 5 of 7 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block from Javon Carter. And then we also have Alex Caruso with a highlight reel dunk to kind of seal that victory, and he gets to the free throw line. He scores 8, 5 each from Torrey Craig and Andre Drummond. This is how the Chicago Bulls need to play, not just forcing up a bunch of threes. It's funny that we see the best game on both sides of the ball from the Chicago Bulls this season in a game where they did not force the three-point shot. They took the threes that came to them. They hit them at a decent rate when they did that, and the Chicago Bulls very much improved when you look at things as well. Chicago Bulls, they lost the rebounding battle technically in this game, right? But they outscored them on second chance points, 18 to 15 when it comes to the second chance points. The Bulls getting 14 points off turnovers. The Pacers have 21, but outside of that, the Bulls played really well in this game. The Indiana Pacers coming into this game were the highest three-point shooting percentage team in the league and had the most three-point makes in the league. They go 12 of 46 for only 26% shooting from three-point range, and that wasn't just because they had a cold night. The Chicago Bulls were closing out on three-point shooters, fighting over screens, and playing well. Was it a perfect night? No, not by any stretch of the imagination, but they came in and executed and played with the heart that we've been waiting to see from this team for so long to start the season. The Bulls get a dub against a team that has been balling to start the season. The Bulls now go to 2-2 on the season. They're at 500. And we'll see how they perform going forward. We got a tough schedule ahead of us, as we've already talked about. The Bulls play a lot of games at the beginning part of this season, and we're back on the court. I believe, Wednesday? I think we're back on the court. Yeah, against Dallas. We are at Dallas on Wednesday. We face Brooklyn on Friday, which is the first game of the in-season tournament for the Chicago Bulls, and then we have Denver, the defending NBA champions, on Saturday as well to round out the week. The 4 games that we have this week. So we'll see. Dallas game, Brooklyn game, those are going to be tight games. The Denver game as well. We always typically play Denver really well. Nikola Vucevic plays Jokic really good on top of everything else. So hopefully the Bulls can actually use this as a building block to understand how they need to play and how they need to execute. It's not just about shooting threes just to shoot threes, right? It's not just about moving the ball just to say you move the ball a certain amount of times on each possession. Move with intention. We saw off-ball movement, not every single player possession of the game, but a lot more consistently than what we saw. We got Patrick Williams being a lot more active than what we saw Patrick Williams being in the first 3 games of the season. Maybe everybody can take away something from this game and add to their own game for the rest of the season, and then we'll start seeing what the Chicago Bulls team looks like. But let's go ahead and get into your guys' comments on this game. We got Benji the Pelican near what? Play the song, baby. Play the song. See Red. You already know, fam. Let's talk Bulls in the building. Says great game, great game. Just wanted to drop in and say see Red before going to make my video. Shout out to you, brother. We have to get you on one of these post game shows as well one day. Let Vooch cook. Let Vooch cook. Operate from from the inside out, right? We've been saying this for so long. Skyle Jackson says, glad we won. Absolutely. Right there with you. See Red, Nadav says, absolutely, bro. You got to see Red. Play through Vooch does wonders. Listen, playing through Vooch definitely changes a lot of things on this team. And so let's hope that continues for the Chicago Bulls. And Billy Donovan sees, hey, this is the key to the Bulls playing the way that we need them to play. Sydney says, this is why we need to feed Vooch in the paint. Listen, I love the fact down the stretch of this game in the fourth quarter, when Vooch had Tyrese Halliburton switched on him, he yelled for the ball, right? At that point, if you miss up on that opportunity, that whoever missed that pass needed to be benched. I love that Vooch recognized he had the mismatch in this game, called for the ball, and the Bulls got him the ball. They fed the big man consistently throughout this game. Nadav also says, we actually beat the Pacers. Hell yeah. Listen, I mean, we held them well below their shooting averages. Oh, yeah, Alex Caruso definitely has to start. I wouldn't say that. I think they're going to keep coming off the bench because they like the balance off that bench. So we'll see, though. Chicago Dog says, hello, Haize. What's going on, Chicago Dog? Glad to have you in the building. Torres says, not just a W, but a good W. A well-rounded game played by the Chicago Bulls tonight. Absolutely. First win only felt good because it was a win and required DeMar plus Caruso heroics. Tonight felt great because of how they played and won as a team. Definitely game ball to Vooch. Absolutely agree with you on that one, brother. Absolutely agree with you. Zach T was real highlight, had me dead. Yeah. I mean, but hey, sometimes that's needed, right? Zach trying to throw them hands. Listen, that was funny. Not that we actually almost saw a fight. Listen, bring back rivalries, right? Bring back rivalries. This is our in-division rival. Like, bring back rivalries. By the way, everybody who's here under the side of my voice, listen, we are 10 subscribers away from being at 15,200 subscribers as we're pushing towards 20K. Can I get 10 people to hit the subscribe button? If you think you're subscribed, double check that you're subscribed. Just because I post so much, I probably pop up in your algorithm. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. All right, let's see what else we got. Finally utilized Vooch. Absolutely, and did it to a great degree as well. D-Dub in the building says, great win over a talented young team. Drive home safely. Beep. That's, you had to throw the beep in there, huh? Brandon L. Jet, the general in the building, says, Bulls finally figured out how to beat Indiana in Indianapolis. That's funny. Michael says, are you not entertained? Listen, you got to be entertained by this one. This was a great, and this is one of those games that honestly, right? And I know it's easy to say now after a win, but honestly, had the Bulls lost this game, I still would have said that there was a lot of positive to take from this game and how the Bulls executed, right? And that's what you want to take away. But I'm glad that the Bulls got the dub. We needed the dub. I'm glad to see that they got it. And now we get to continue to learn how to build off of it, right? And that is up to now the coaching staff as well as the players to figure out what they need to take away from this win and bring into this team to make it something that they can do consistently. That is up to the coaching staff and the players. They have to figure out, learn something from this win. Don't just rest in the fact that it was a win. Learn to take something from this win. It's going to be highly important to be able to do that if you want to continue and not be losers, right? So guest user also says big three showed up. Listen, they're still the core three, not the big three, but they all showed up definitely in this game. Coolest JB says, great win, Bulls. We need to keep that energy against all teams. Yes, do not play down to opponents. You haven't earned the right to play down to opponents. This team needs to figure out how to bottle this up and do it every single game. Overall, solid game from both ends from Fexus. Agree with you, bro. 100% agree with you on that one. YNG in the building says, what a great team win. Yes, absolutely. Say my name in the building says, let's breathe it in, boys. We won. Sucks that I missed that intro, though. What's up? Say my name. Glad to have you in the building as always as well, brother. Gulia TV says it's natural that playing through Vooch will lead us to less threes, but that's what we're most effective at. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, listen, can you shoot more threes playing through a center? Yes, right? You can. I think we can get a little bit more than what we got this game, but again, you don't want to force threes. The thing always that it seemed like, even in preseason, is that I know that the Bulls were under this thing where they wanted to shoot more threes to be more modern, and they need to do that, right? But it's how you go about, when do you do it as well? You don't want to just take threes to take threes, and it seemed like that was a lot of what the team was doing, and maybe, I'm not saying that it is, but maybe it kind of caused some of the players to think a little bit too much out there, right? To make sure to say, hey, let me step back to get behind the 3-point line, then I'm going to take the shot. This team seemed to play a little bit more instinctively this game, right? Moving off the ball, moving the ball around, taking the smart shots, not just looking for 3-point shots. That's how you can truly evolve an offense. And hopefully that's what this team is going to learn from this today, right? Now we just have to get rid of P. Will and get a good 3-and-D player, and we get no. That's wrong. P. Will just needs to improve, or we got to start Torrey Craig. But they're not getting rid of P. Will, so if that's what you're hoping, you're going to be hoping for something that's not coming, my brother. D Dub says, "Haize, I noticed that Billy ain't trusting P. Will at all yet in the fourth quarter and late game situations. You got to earn it, right? And don't get me wrong." This should go a long way. P. Will came out initially, and you could tell his energy was different. He was fighting after loose balls, fighting after rebounds, even though he didn't get, two that he really fought after in that first quarter. But you want to reward this type of effort, but you also you have to be aware that, hey, listen, Torrey Craig's bringing it, and I don't have to worry about Torrey Craig. And this is a close game in the fourth. Let me go with the vet. But if P. Will keeps playing like this and doing it consistently, I think he's going to start earning that trust in the fourth quarter. And that's something P. Will needs to earn with his play. So, again, I understand both sides of it. A game that didn't make me pull my hair out. Wow, what a performance. Shooting percentages from Zach and DeMar, not great, but a win's a win, and we're moving forward. Yeah, I mean, listen, Zach started off cold again. I am happy that he was able to turn it around. DeMar is really, as much as we talk about, DeMar is trying to play in a different role. It's not extremely noticeable, especially when games are tight. He's going to go back to what he's used to doing when close games, and we kind of need that as well. So I don't want to, oversign that at all. But Zach's back 6 of 17 from the field, but 10 of 11 from the free throw range. That's the thing that makes Zach's cold shooting night worth it, is that he got to the free throw line. He's getting to the free throw line way more than what he did, for example, last season, right? So that is something I always said I wish that Zach could learn from DeMar, is learning how, when your shot's not falling, to still extend leads and to put points on the board by getting to the free throw line. We're seeing Zach get to the free throw. Let me see. Let me just make sure. You guys know I like to back my statements up with actual stats. I want to see how much more Zach is getting to the free throw. Zach right now so far on this season is averaging about 7.3 free throws per game. If that maintains, that would be the most free throws he's averaged a season in his career. So, I mean, like I said, is it perfect? No, I don't think anybody will say that it's perfect quite yet. But it is noticeable that Zach LaVine is getting to the free throw line a little bit more. So with today's game, it pushes him up to 7.3. He was at about 5.6 before tonight's game, which is right around his career average. But if Zach can keep getting to the free throw line more consistently, that's going to be something, even when his shot isn't falling, that we can definitely use, right? Definitely use. Chris Corvinio says, big effing win. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Austin, one of the OGs around here, says, go Bulls. Glad to have you around, Austin. Let's see what else we got. Mike Jones says, best win, but I hate it because it gives me hope. LOL, this is how they can win, even when they just don't shoot good. Exactly, bro. Like, you have to give that effort on both sides of the ball. If you're not going to be a lights out shooting team, you can still have success, but you have to be giving consistent effort defensively. You have to be moving without the ball. You have to spread the ball around to keep defenses on their toes, because you're just not a team that's going to shoot a lot of threes. The teams aren't worried about you shooting threes necessarily down the stretch of the game. We'll see if that continues. This may go away into changing that for this team, but listen, they executed well tonight. Definitely executed well tonight. Damien says, I'll admit I was about to chalk this up as an L. Then I seen them fight and took the Pacers' heart out. That's the best feeling in this. This team fought back, right? Fought back at a time where a lot of times last season and even early in this season, they probably would have let this game get out of hand. They fought back hard in this game, and I respect that so much from this team. Respect it so much. Austin also chips in, win or lose, this game is so much fun to watch. Love that basketball is back. Absolutely. This was one of those games that if the Bulls lost, you still could have respected the fight that they gave in the game, but luckily they were able to pull it out. Brazil Popular says, let's go. Solid dub, good defense. Completely agree with you on that one. The sheriff of Patty says, love to see them not give up. This felt like a loss, and I'm glad to be wrong. Listen, I get what you're coming at with that, right? Our one win before this on the season definitely felt like a game that we lost, but we just we outwilled them in towards the end of the game, which shout out to that. But like, I'm happy with the way this team performed. I'm extremely happy with what they gave in this game and how they left it all out on the court. Well, we have to start somewhere. Why not here? Basketball don't have to be perfect. It has to be competitive. See, that is the quote of the night. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be competitive. Don't be surprised if I actually steal that for a title of an episode one day, Spicy Butter. Thank you, big bro. Did y'all see Zach arguing with Nimbrand about who more like? That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. We most definitely have to use Nikola Vucevic the next game because Dallas doesn't really have any big. Oh, bro, like they got Derek Lively. Have you seen how Derek Lively's been playing for that team? He is definitely a big part of the reason why that team is undefeated so far this season. Unless they lost tonight. If they lost tonight, they're no longer undefeated. No, they're winning right now by 11. The Dallas Mavericks are one of the few undefeated teams in the league, and the reason why that is because Derek Lively has been balling as a rookie for them. So no, Derek Lively is a legit 7'1", 230 pounds, and he's averaging almost 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, and shooting 91% from the field. No, they got a big man down there. His name is Derek Lively, and he's shaping up to be a pretty damn good big man. I actually am looking really looking forward to what that match was going to be. Vooch typically cooks rookies, but we'll see. We'll see. Taurus Law says, shout out to Zach letting the black size show for a change. That's funny. That's actually pretty hilarious. We got Christian Jones in the building. I hope Drummond is not suspended for leaving the bench when Zach got into that scuffle. Oh, I forgot that is a rule, isn't it? Let's hope not, because I tell you what, if he does get suspended, be prepared to see some small ball Torrey Craig at center. Be on the lookout to see that. My dad in the building says, good game. Absolutely, Pop. Really happy to see the way that they showed up this game for sure. Shy Blizz 1 says, what's your thought on P. Will? Listen, P. Will played with a lot more energy in this game. A lot more. He came out with the correct energy in this game. It wasn't pretty always. He didn't hit a lot of the some of the shots that I thought was going to go in for him. But the aggressiveness was there. The intentfulness. It seems like he came out with an intent to fight and compete. And that's what you want to see from Patrick Williams. I think this is definitely a building block game for Pat. He just has to come out now and figure out a way to give that at least that effort every single game. Ideally, up it. But if he can give at least that effort every single game, he's going to be solid. Shot Bulls Podcast says, good job, Billy Donovan. Hey, listen, that's crazy to be able to say, but it was a good job on Billy Donovan. His rotations were solid. The defensive adjustments were solid. We really did step up considerably defensively in the second half of this game, and that wasn't by happenstance. I don't like Billy Donovan. You guys know that. I'm not a Billy Donovan fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I got to give the man credit where credit's due. I got to be real. He coached a heck of a game today against a coach that is a pretty damn good X's and O's coach. So great point on that one. Great point on that one. Melvin says the Raptors just lost to the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers, who are one of the winless teams on the season so far for the NBA. So they get their first win. Scoot Henderson's been playing real rough. I didn't see this game yet, but he's been playing real rough. Haize, the Bulls will be top 3 in defense. This is their strength. Once we get the outside shooting and post play to improve, they will be over 500 this year. From your mouth to God's ears, Black Prophet. I really hope that that's the case. Really hope that's the case. Subscribe before Dwight comes behind you and makes you wish. Whoa, okay. Well, all right. Okay, all right. Interesting. Indigenous Fire King says, hope we can continue with this type of energy to fight through and win these types of games. That's what it's going to take. We don't have a generational talent on this team. We have a very flawed makeup of a team. We don't have a perfect coach no coach is perfect, but we don't have a great head coach, right? So what's the thing that's going to be able to separate and put you in some of these games that you're not skilled or coached well enough to win? It's heart, determination, and execution. And that's what we saw at different levels from the Chicago Bulls in this game. I actually love when Zach stood up and got the tech. They all played with more aggression today. Yeah, and you want to own it, right? And that's what you want to see from this team. Let's talk Bulls. Thank you for supporting the channel. My brother says subscribe before he sends Dwight to make you wish. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. Yo, Haize, I finished watching the game. The Bulls got physical. They were more aggressive and they looked like dogs out there. Great win for the team. And from Immortal Beast 416, completely agree with you there, brother. Shout out to Omar. I just want the Bulls to play with heart. I'm happy that we won, but we've seen this so many times where this team will play a great game, get our hopes up just to disappear up during the next game. Hey, listen, I can't even knock you for that because you're absolutely correct, right? We show the flash in the pans often, right? We need to see this sustained over a course of a week, over a course of 2 weeks, then over a course of a month, right? We need to see this type of effort and focus sustained from this team. There's nothing wrong with saying that you need to see that from this team because that's facts, right? We've seen stretches of this team. Hell, we saw a 9-game winning streak a couple of seasons ago. We've seen stretches of this team looking damn good. The fact of the matter is, we need to see it more, right? The Kobe Bryant, more wins, more heart. That's what we need to see from the team. So I definitely feel you on that one. Great question here. In your opinion, you think that the Bulls should extend P. Will's contract? Yes, because he's young and you haven't had a player development staff here. He hasn't been focused on his development. So I do think now I think that it needs to be for the right deal for sure. But I definitely think that they should extend P. Will. JT Mac, what's going on, bro? Glad to have you in the building. Bulls win from Nice. Shout out to Nice, bro. Hey, bro, got a question for you, by the way. So with the Bulls having the C Red and that being their whole motto, are they going to be playing your song at the in-season tournament? Let me know. Let's see what else we got. We still need to decrease the other team's offensive penetration. Now that Dwight Howard quote. Also, we missed so many shots inside of 15 feet. I mean, listen, we definitely, it wasn't a perfect game, right? It wasn't perfect. And sometimes it was ugly. But I like the fact that the team was able to get it out. But yeah, we definitely still got things to work on. It's not over yet. Edwin says, Miss, who was the starting five? The same starting five that's been there all season. He didn't make any changes to the starting five. Zach is diving a lot more. I guess. Wait, you say y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody said they can't hear me. Zach is driving a lot more. I guess that knee about 100%. Yeah, the knee isn't the problem. The back was the problem with him to start off this season, but the knee wasn't really a problem. I think that knee's 100% held. So, Haize in the halftime live. I was trying to say you need at least 100K, but it ended. Motherfuckers got to put some respect on the grind. Listen, it's a Chicago Bulls channel. The biggest Chicago Bulls channel on YouTube only has 36,000 subs, right? So I don't know if having a one-team focused channel will ever get to 100K. But listen, if we get there, we get there, man. That's all I'll say. I appreciate that, though, bro. Let's see what else we got. Young Black Wall Street says, hey, that boy Alex got that dog in him. Oh, we already knew Alex Caruso got that dog in him, right? I love the way that Alex Caruso is playing and learning how to affect the game, right? It's just Alex Caruso always makes an impact. And it's just really when it comes to Alex Caruso, it's just like, don't get hurt, right? That's all we want to see from Alex Caruso. Don't get hurt, right? And he's always going to make an impact. Vincent Harris says, I can't wait to get off work to watch this game. Dang, you didn't get to watch the game live, bro. It was a really good game. As far, like I said, from the standpoint of just enjoying basketball, it was a damn good game. Are there going to be some points that frustrate you about the Bulls? Absolutely. But it was a really, really good play game, fam. Davin says, maybe we need to practice more pick and roll / pop plays with multiple players and schemes involved. Listen, if they're not practicing that, then Billy Donovan's an even bigger idiot than I thought, period. So, can't believe we played a good game for 47-ish minutes. Still need DeMar and Billy gone, though. I get Levine takes bad shots at times, but they're in the flow of the offense. DeMar just slow always. Man, that seems like a big critique for DeMar, but I mean, I definitely get what you're saying on that one. Look, Haize, I applaud the balls. Whoa. I applaud the Bulls for getting the win, but the extra stuff, man, goodness, Zach getting in that jaw, getting in that jaw. That's the bar you want to go with. Made the game take a long time to end and almost blowing it too. They didn't almost blow the game. Come on, bro. It is what it is there, man. Somebody in the pregame live called it, bro. They would come win. I mean, listen, you always get some pregame. Everybody says something. Either they're going to win, they're going to lose, right? BDB says, took the Pacers hard. This is what old head means by killers. You can't feel bad for your opponent. Not asking for the bad boys, just grit. Great point on that one. Definitely like what you're saying on that one. Funko Dave says, also, Craig is exactly what we thought he was, a Chicago style player. He's a good one. Yeah, and I'm glad to see Javon have a good game in this one as well. Definitely like to see Javon have a good game in this one as well. Mark Shannon in the building says, well, good win. Two scratch and claw. Zach, DeMar, Vooch, Caruso down the stretch. Now to the next game versus Dallas, right? Yep, that's it. That's it. Let's see. Good point. Player development was secondary to winning now. And when we lost Zoe, it ruined half the plan, which ruins continuity because instead of developing the young players, they had to fill roles. Great point on that one. 8 Lives in the building says, we look good when Kobe playing to the best of his ability. Listen, we look good when anybody's playing to the best of their ability. Kobe has flaws too, but I love it. Definitely love it. Let's see. Me being at 115,000 subscribers is inspiration that anything is possible. On YouTube? You got that many subscribers on YouTube? Shout out to you, Windy City Vids. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Maybe I can learn something from you, bro. I'm trying. I'm still figuring this thing out. So, but what I will say though is that I love the community that we're building here. That's the biggest thing, right? The subs, they'll come or they won't, right? That's the thing, the mindset that I really do take with this. The subs come where they won't. When we get close to milestones, I'm definitely going to push y'all to subscribe. But other than that, I really try not to bother y'all about subscribing because listen, either you rock with me or you're not gonna rock with me. And at this point, like I've said before, if somebody ain't rocking with Haize on Chicago Bulls Central and they a Bulls fan, they missing out. I ain't missing out on nothing. They missing out because of y'all. This is a great community. Hopefully, we're really good content, man, and we are going to keep ascending as a unit. Vooch proved me wrong today. Great. Hope he keep playing aggressive because them young centers trying to play Vooch. If you pay attention, well, the young centers are going to try to get physical anyway, right? That's not just a Vooch thing. That's a big man in the league thing, and it's good to see that, right? I hope that we see more competitive big men in the NBA for sure. Not Dwight aside. I'm glad they started seeing the mismatches and getting the ball inside of Vooch. Absolutely, Mark. And I said earlier in the stream, I was glad that Vooch also was calling for the ball, that he was screaming for the ball when he had that opportunity. So getting in that jaw is crazy. That was a crazy line, bro. It's like, hey man, that's wild. That's wild. Getting in that jaw. I guess if it was Dwight, it was get in my jaw. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Anyway, Travis Andrew says, what up, Haize? What's going on, Travis? Glad to have you in the building, brother. Stefan Gordon says, see red, Haize. Come on now. You know I live red. I don't just see red. I live red. Do you see this? I'm living in red, bro. This is what I do. No, I appreciate y'all on that one, man. Oh, man. Haize, let me borrow $5. I ain't got it. LOL, that record scratch is hilarious. Hey, listen, that's crazy, man. Listen. We out here killing it, bro. At least we trying, man. Blessed Up Shay says, you've been on here day in and day out. They come because you got all the Bulls news. Ain't nobody really talking about the Bulls like that. Hey, listen, there are other great Bulls content creators. You know my guy, Pat, the designer, what he does over at the Windy City Breeze. I always going to rock with Jamal over at Bulls Central. Bulls Nation Station and what Tony does over there. I love Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. These are all guys that I rock with, man, day in and day out, man. Duncan over at the Slam Duncan. These are guys that I know now, and I respect so much for what they do and put into this team, man. Because one thing that I love more than even being a creator is I love the Chicago Bulls. And so people who rep the team, people who invest their time in the team, people who clearly are just ingrained and ingratiated in the Chicago Bulls culture, I'm always going to rock with those guys, man. So I appreciate them so much, man. Let's see. T'Challa the Savior says big moves coming up this trade deadline and winning the bet on that. You're going to probably lose that bet. I'm just going to say you're going to probably lose that bet, bro. Probably lose that bet. But as much as people cry about Kobe in the point guard position, he should get praise when he have even a decent game. Yeah, I mean, listen, Kobe White's growth has been great to watch. And for the people that only look at box scores, they may not understand how much Kobe has grown, even while his box score statistics and shooting dipped last season. But I would say that even with that shooting dip, it was probably Kobe White's best season as a pro because of just how the defense, the playmaking grew for him, right? The understanding when and where to break down the defense, the decision making, weak side, all these things, Kobe grew in exponentially. And so it was good to see a player in the Chicago Bulls uniform finally figure out, hey, if my shot's not going down, I still can impact the game by doing these things. And Kobe really embraced that a lot last season. Really embraced it a lot. Dreams are reality in the building, says I rocks with Haize. Love this channel. I appreciate that, man, so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, yo, Haize, chill with the in the jaw. I didn't listen. I was reading somebody's comment. I didn't come up with that. I didn't come up with that. That's crazy. As much crazy stuff as I say on this show, I can honestly say the in the jaw line did not come from me. I don't even remember whose comment that was. I was just reading the comment. That's all I was. And that's crazy. That's wild. That man said in the jaw. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Dwight, first you were Superman, now you just a man. What in the world has he's not just a man. He never mind. That joke would have got me canceled. That would have absolutely got me canceled. What I was just about to say, I literally know it would have got me canceled. And I'm not even joking on that one. God literally just came and told me, hey, bro, shut up. Think about what you're about to say for once. I put some sense in you. Think about what you're doing, because that joke that I almost just said, we would have been shut down. Somebody from YouTube would have literally hijacked the stream and said, go ahead, don't even worry about that. Don't worry about the ad revenue, none of that. Just shut down, get up off our platform. Don't even worry about it. They would have shut me down. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's woo. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I almost just got canceled. That's wild. The plus minus makes no sense to me, to be honest. I never understand how they figured that. Plus minus is pretty straightforward. I don't mean that to be condescending. So it's how many points your team scores more than the other team while you're on the court. That's all it is. So if it's a plus number, then that means that the team outscored the team while you were on the. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were winning. So for example, let's say me and you were playing basketball. You have a 10-point lead, but when I check in the game, we get the lead down to 6. That means that my plus minus at that point is +6, right? Because while we were on the court, we outscored you by 6 points. I hope that helps. If not, I hope that helps. But yeah, maybe that was I don't know. I hope I didn't confuse you more, is all I can say in that one. Drummond, outside of a few knucklehead plays, had a good game. Yeah, I mean, listen, Drummond's always going to have a couple of knucklehead plays. It is what it is, man. It's good to see the whole team standing with Zach, even though it's against the rules. The team needs that energy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We talk so much about this team not feeling like a team, feeling like a collection of players. We felt like a team in that moment. If Billy Donovan will keep it real, when we win and say in the post-game interview that these Bulls are playing for each other on the media platform, they will begin to play harder. Hey, listen, you got to say whatever you got to say, man. Dwight lawyer said they coming for people, so why is not go there? Oh, listen, they ain't coming for me because I don't give a shit. Listen, hey, Drummond might be the king of smoking wide open dunks. You know what? He may be, but I tell you who never misses at the rim, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard never saw a rim shot he didn't love. Dwight Howard said, go ahead and clean up the rim. Dwight Howard said, listen, all I'm saying is that if you can get to the rim on me, I may be a little bit happy. I may shake your hand. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and move on from Dwight Howard jokes because I already almost got canceled. I'm not making it to heaven, y'all. It ain't happening. I'm not making it to heaven. Oh man, that is so funny, man. Oh Jesus, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's get back on track here. I missed the game, unfortunately, due to work. Let's go see Red. Shout out to Jack Holland, man. You missed a really good play game by the Chicago Bulls, bro. Not even going front on you. It was a really good play game by the Bulls. I'm glad they were able to pull it out. They showed heart. They showed operating as a team. You're gonna really like this game when you play it back, man. Oh man. They look like they was real life playing with more passion, speed, focus today. I feel like they play at the pace a lot more. They will win a lot more. What do you think, Brody? Yeah, listen, you want to play quicker, but you want to play quicker with intention, right? You want to be smart in how you're playing quicker. And it seemed like the Bulls kind of found that right balance between playing quicker, shooting quality threes, right? Not getting upwards of 40 and stuff like that. They didn't take a lot of threes. So it really seemed like they really kind of found the balance for real. Oh man. Said that man profession is rim job. Bangkok may be the perfect place for him. Listen, first of all, call the manager. Call the manager. Listen. Dwight Howard in Thailand, we would never see Dwight Howard ever again. Like, if Dwight Howard ever makes it to Thailand, them lady boys over there are blowing that man's back out. He's never leaving Thailand again. That motherfucker's gonna be in a dick coma within the first 45 minutes. It's never gonna stop. Dwight Howard literally will get off the plane in Bangkok and literally be like,
Hey, I was just wondering, if you could just, you want me to tune it up for you? Bet, don't say so. Don't even worry about it.
Like that's. Oh man, that's all right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. The Bulls should have won this game by 14 points. They missed. Listen, come on, Black. Why you always got to come with the negativity, bro? Like, every game team should have probably won by more. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Dwight Howard going from Atlanta to Thailand. Oh, bro, we'll never see Dwight Howard again. Like, they'd be like, hey, Dwight Howard got off the plane in Thailand and legitimately was never seen from or heard from again at all, ever. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's crazy. Joey, the Dwight Howard jokes getting mad old to me. They said I really enjoy the Bulls coverage and analysis. Chills from a new subscriber. Hey, listen, Joey, I understand, bro, but they not gonna stop. Listen, one thing about me is I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I respect it. Hey, I appreciate you subscribing. And listen, I drop daily content, man. When we on the live stream, we have more fun on the live stream. It is what it is, man. But yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Dwight Howard still wears the Superman cape from the dunk contest. I mean, listen, he probably could sell, all jokes aside, that Superman cape from the dunk contest, do not be surprised if eventually for collectors that mug sells for quite a bit. Like, that's all jokes aside. Fool Howard said, where I put my wood is my business. If it was his business, he should not be talking. That's hilarious. That's funny. Oh man, listen, there's one thing that we gonna do. We gonna roast people for anything. That's it. That's it. All right, is it. But yeah, man, great Bulls win today, man. That's crazy. Just let me vent. That's wild, bro. That's crazy. Cape Crusader in this mug says, man, if we should have 0 turnovers despite our 20-point lead victory, rebuild that one guy. That's now Black Prophet's a good dude, man. He's real analytical. That's it. Haize, if Dwight goes to Thailand, they would have a wanted dead. I honestly should have pre-read that, bro. But yeah. Joey says, respect your opinion on that. Haize, looking forward to more Bulls content for sure. Oh, bro, that daily content, man. So I got you on Bulls content every single day. Every single day. Only truly daily Bulls podcast out there, Monday through Sunday. Real quick, little bro, can you imagine Dwight? That's funny. Listen, I'm gonna respect it. We're gonna calm down on the Dwight jokes as we get ready to end this live stream. Haize had to be with family. What's the recap besides the dub? Bulls play well on both sides of the ball. They executed, showed a lot of heart down the stretch of the game. We're down, fought back. They played well on offense, spread the ball around pretty well, limited the 3-point shooting, but shot an effective number from 3-point range. The Bulls overall played a really good game of basketball. It's a really good game. Travis says, why didn't Billy Donovan play Adama Sinago from UConn? Because he's a two-way contract player. He's meant to be down in the G League. And Adama Sinago, even though he played great in the collegiate basketball, he's not ready for the NBA game yet. So let's see. Oh man, I didn't got y'all started, bro. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, great game from the Chicago Bulls, man. We appreciate seeing the Bulls get a dub. It was a much needed victory, and let's hope that they can continue. Let's build off this and see what we can do. Continue going forward. Hopefully, Torrey Craig also doesn't miss any extended amount of time with him getting poked in the eye. And I didn't mean that as a joke. After it came out, it sounded a bit weird. But let's hope that Torrey Craig doesn't, have any type of long-term sustained injury or anything with his eye, and hope he can get back out on the court. So. Joselito, first of all, you don't know what the fuck homophobic means. Homophobic means that I'm either bashing somebody for. I'm not. I'm just making fun of the fact that the dude likes penis, right? That's it. Hey, listen, and if you have and talk about look like an idiot, first of all, your name is Joselito. You have no room to talk about anybody looking like it. You could have chose any name in the book as your username, and you decided to have a name that has hoe in the front of it. So shut your hoe ass mouth and don't worry about what my jokes are. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out, right? You can get the fuck out, but don't worry about it. Listen, your name starts off with a hoe because you know what your mama is, and that's okay. It's okay that your mama's a hoe. We don't judge you for that. That's it. We don't judge you for it. But one thing you're not going to do is come in here and virtue signal when you a bitch ass hoe. So that's not what we're going to do here. That's not what we're going to do. So anyway, let's keep it pushing. Now, Jesus Christ, like everybody got something to say. Like, come on now. You should have known that wasn't going to go over well. Not in this motherfucker. Great effing win. Let's go, Bulls Nation. Absolutely. Come on, man. I don't know who the F thinks gay to white jokes are homophobic. Guess what? There are gay dudes who love that joke. Very true as that as well. So, but yeah, it is what it is there, man. We appreciate you guys. But yeah, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, man. We'll be live over on Locked on Bulls probably within the next 10 minutes or so. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow the show, all that stuff. Hit the subscribe button if you choose to do so. Otherwise, I'll be back in the morning with the daily episode as always. See red, go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.